One of the most powerful ways to grow, both mentally and physically, is to seek discomfort. This might sound counterintuitive, but when you actively chase challenging tasks, you train your mind to handle stress, adversity, and the unknown. Cultivating this mindset is not always easy. Some people naturally enjoy pushing their limits, while others find it intimidating and need more time or structure to get comfortable with the idea. Regardless of where you fall on this spectrum, understand that you can train your mind to enjoy, or at least tolerate, these tough situations and eventually derive satisfaction from overcoming them. 1. The power of a schedule. Write it down. The first crucial step is to create a schedule for yourself. Put everything on paper, or use a digital planner, from your workouts to your daily goals. When something is written down, it becomes a concrete commitment. For instance, decide that you will spend 1 hour on the treadmill, no matter what. If you can only manage a brisk walk, fine. You're still fulfilling the commitment. The next time, aim to go a bit faster or add more distance within the same time. This incremental progression keeps you challenged without being overwhelmed. Incremental improvements. Once you've established a baseline, maybe you walk 2 miles in your first treadmill session, set a slightly higher goal. Perhaps you'll attempt 2.5 miles next time. These measurable targets show you clear evidence of your growth. Watching those small numbers tick upward does wonders for motivation. Example routine, bodyweight work, 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 chin-ups. You might wonder how to fit 300 total reps into a day. Break it into smaller sets of 10 or 15, take a rest, and keep returning until you hit your target. This method removes the intimidation factor from large numbers. Over time, your body and mind adapt, and what once seemed impossible becomes your new normal. Second, full commitment versus half measures. Why go all in? Life is short, and time is our most valuable resource. If you decide a goal truly matters to you, be it fitness, mastering a skill, or building a career, why do it halfway? Half-hearted efforts rarely lead to meaningful results. By committing fully, you not only maximize your potential for success, but also free yourself from the nagging feeling of, what if I had tried harder? The insanity-greatness connection. There's a thin line between madness and mastery. True mastery in any field often requires narrowing your focus and blocking out large parts of your life. Whether you're training in martial arts for hours a day or writing a novel in solitude, becoming obsessed with improvement isn't always pretty or balanced. But for those seeking extraordinary results, that laser-like intensity can be the difference between mediocrity and excellence. 3. Overcoming fear and doubt discipline. Starts with action. Many people are afraid they lack the discipline to stick to a routine. The truth is, discipline isn't merely a personality trait, it's a skill honed through repetition. Once you force yourself to complete a workout or a task you've been avoiding, you eliminate the question, can I do this? You've proved that you can, so why not repeat it tomorrow? Each success makes the next one feel more attainable. Embrace chosen struggle. The struggles you pick for yourself often bring more profound satisfaction than those life randomly hands you. Telling yourself, I'm going to run 4 miles today, might be daunting at first, but each step forward becomes an investment in your mental toughness. By the time you finish, the pride you feel outweighs the discomfort. Even if it was hard, it's still less painful than wishing you had done it and never knowing what you were capable of. Fourth, discipline versus focus. Finding your passion. People often mix up discipline and focus. Focus naturally follows passion. If you absolutely love golf, you'll practice for hours without feeling forced. From the outside, it looks like discipline. In reality, you're just absorbed by something that fascinates you. On the other hand, if you're told to study a subject you have zero interest in, no amount of discipline will make it enjoyable. The role of genuine interest. This doesn't mean you abandon all tasks you're not inherently passionate about. Rather, recognize that some things will be more enjoyable, making them feel effortless, while others require more deliberate discipline. If you lack passion for exercise or for a new skill you know you need, schedule it like a non-negotiable meeting. Over time, competence can breed its own form of enjoyment. 5. Obsession and moderation. Misconceptions about obsession. Sometimes people misinterpret obsession as discipline. For example, a person might skip chores, schoolwork, or basic responsibilities to practice an instrument or a sport for hours. To outsiders, it seems like they possess incredible drive. In reality, they're simply immersed in what they love. The key is to harness that focus in a balanced way when it's time to handle other important tasks: work, relationships, self-care. Structuring off days. A good schedule includes rest days. Physical and mental recovery is as crucial as the periods of high intensity. It's easy to burn out if you push yourself nonstop. By strategically placing breaks, maybe Tuesdays and Thursdays in a Monday, Wednesday, Friday workout regime, you ensure longevity and keep motivation high. 6. Mental and physical struggles are linked. Dual nature of physical challenges. Whether you're practicing martial arts, doing yoga, or running a tough trail, the biggest hurdle is often mental. You might want to give up halfway or fear that you can't keep pace. Forcing yourself through these moments develops resilience. If you can endure when your lungs burn and your legs feel like lead, you train your mind to handle other life stresses with greater poise. The reward of completion. Finishing a difficult workout or conquering a steep hill run gives a satisfaction that few other experiences can match. It's not just physical exhaustion you feel, it's a mental celebration. Your brain floods with dopamine for accomplishing something that once felt impossible. These positive reinforcements reinforce the habit and keep you returning for the next challenge. 7. Learning from failure. You are not your mistakes. Everyone fails, and sometimes we fail repeatedly. However, identifying yourself as a failure is both untrue and counterproductive. Each mistake is simply a lesson. Now you know what doesn't work. Avoid dwelling on your past missteps. Instead, use them to adapt. If you truly learn from them, you're evolving, not failing. Repeating the same mistakes. If you find yourself stuck in a loop of the same behaviors and errors, it's a sign you might need deeper introspection or professional guidance. But if you realize the mistake, adjust and improve, you're on the right path. Progress, however small, is still progress. 8. The importance of endurance consistency is key. Building endurance, physically and mentally, hinges on consistent effort. Think of Jocko Willink, who posts a photo of his watch reading 4:30 a.m. to show he's up and working out without fail. By never missing a day, he cultivates a kind of freedom from doubt, fear, and excuses. If you know you can stick to your commitment under any circumstance, you become more confident in every other part of life. Discipline equals freedom. Willink's motto underlines that by being disciplined in your habits, you gain freedom from wondering if you can do something. You escape procrastination and guilt, and you know that no matter how hard the task, you have the grit to tackle it. This approach also reduces anxiety because your daily routines become predictable. You're no longer negotiating with yourself every morning. The decision was made when you wrote it down. 9. Escaping endless distractions, facing boredom. Head on. We live in an age where even brief moments of boredom vanish with a quick glance at our phones or endless scrolling online. This cycle robs us of deep reflection. Important insights often come when your mind is quiet. By constantly avoiding discomfort or boredom, you miss opportunities for creativity and problem solving. Scheduling periods of time without digital distractions can yield surprisingly productive thinking. Mindful consumption. It's not that technology is inherently bad. It can be a powerful tool for learning. But if you rely on external inputs every second of the day, you rarely hear your own thoughts. Striking a balance is essential. Allocate time to absorb new information and inspiration, but also time to think for yourself, process challenges, and plan your next steps. 10. Redefining yourself in the present. The past doesn't own you. Avoid lamenting the fact that you could have been doing this all along. Regret adds nothing to your progress. Focus on what you're doing now. Every effort you make today lays the foundation for your future. Embrace the lesson that it's never too late to improve. Celebrate the now. Maybe you're finally sticking to an exercise routine or picking up a new skill you've always wanted to learn. Instead of criticizing yourself for not starting sooner, congratulate yourself for starting at all. This positive mindset fosters motivation. Negativity and self-blame only serve to undermine your belief in your ability to grow. True growth comes from challenging yourself, mentally and physically, on a regular basis. By writing down your goals, committing to a schedule, and understanding that discipline is a learnable skill, you lay the groundwork for significant transformation. Whether you're pushing through an intense workout, cultivating a new hobby, or tackling a long-standing fear, the sense of accomplishment you gain from dedicated effort is unparalleled. Don't define yourself by where you are today or by the mistakes you've made in the past. Define yourself by your willingness to keep learning, adjusting, and striving for improvement. Life is short, and the best way to honor it is by discovering just how far you can push your limits. When you choose to embrace discomfort and see it through, you walk away stronger, wiser, and more confident, ready to face whatever comes next.